In the Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 5, verses 21 to 43, there are two beautiful stories about healing. Now, if we explore this gospel passage further, we see that St. Mark presents a beautiful story within the context of another story. He begins by explaining that a large crowd is following Jesus. So then just imagine that there is a large crowd of people following Jesus. And then this large crowd represents everyone, all of us, in other words, men, women, children, young, old, etc. This large crowd heard about Jesus, and so they are following him. Now, from among this crowd, there are two individuals, two people in particular, that St. Mark focuses on. The first is a synagogue official named Jairus, and the second is an unnamed woman who has been suffering from hemorrhages for 12 years. So then pay attention to the circumstances of these two characters. Jairus is a synagogue official, so then he has power and status. Being also a leader, it would be out of place for him to follow Jesus from among the crowd since he is a person of status. But even more surprising is the fact that Jairus is a religious official. And so it would be even more out of place for him to join this crowd. But as we see here, Jairus comes to Jesus and he's asking for help. Now, let's shift for a moment our attention to the second person, the woman suffering from hemorrhages. Notice that she doesn't have a name. St. Mark didn't give her a name. The descriptions about her is quite vague. Now, the key detail is her sickness. She has been suffering for 12 years and she has done everything in her power to get the healing she needs. But nothing works. So then, from among the crowd, these two persons, Jairus and this unnamed woman, comes to Jesus for healing. And as we see in the story, they both receive the healing they desired and longed for through faith. Through their faith in Jesus Christ, they have been healed. Friends, in many ways, these two stories remind us about our need to search for Jesus in times of pain and suffering. Think about this. Jairus could have accepted the fact that the situation is hopeless, that his daughter has died, and that he should not trouble the teacher any longer. He could have just given up and become hopeless, right? In the same way, the woman suffering from hemorrhages could have just given up after trying everything. For both then, the situation seems hopeless. But as we beautifully see here in these two stories, their situation of hopelessness changed. It changed from pain and suffering to healing in Jesus Christ. You see, these two stories are beautiful reminders for us to trust and have faith in Jesus, especially when we think that the situation is hopeless. Jesus can heal us of our sickness and infirmities, and he brings us the peace we desire in life. Like these two individuals in the story then, it's important for us to trust and have faith in Jesus because Jesus can heal us too. It's important to trust and have faith. May God bless you.